He's made his MLS debut, yet he's barely old enough to drive. He'll be hearing comparisons to the Manchester City great for all his life. Our guest today, Yaya Toure. Fresh off his MLS debut, welcome on Dantouma, Yaya Toure.
Good to have me.
So right off the top, I just wanna figure this out. So your nickname is Yaya, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. So where did that come from? And obviously we're all thinking about Yaya Toure, but where did it originally stem from?
To be honest, my full name is Dantouma Toure.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess it's quite hard for some people to call me that. So it was one day we were having a game. Like I played varsity in high school, and I had a coach named Joe Fink who sort of nicknamed me Yaya. And forever on, I kind of took off of that.
So this season, you're actually on loan to the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC from the Rapids. Do you actually know what a switchback is?
To be honest, no. I have no idea.
So a switchback it's a zigzag road, sort of a trail or a section of railroad tracks used for climbing a steep hill. So it's just not straight up. So I've one more piece of trivia. So do you know what's special about the Switchbacks home stadium, Widener Field?
Have any idea neither.
So Widener sits at 6,035 feet above sea level, making it officially the highest elevation of any primary home stadium for a professional team in the American soccer pyramid.
Wow, that's interesting.
So for comparison, Empower Field, where the U.S. beat Mexico to win the Nations League, it only stands at 5,280 feet, which is 1 mile above sea level. How have you gotten used to, or maybe not even used to yet, the altitude, right, of playing up all the way up there?
To be honest, in the beginning, it was challenging,
Mm-hmm.
But the more we train out there at Widener Field, kind of just adjust to it, It just kind of becomes a way of just life.
When you play opponents, like, do they come here kind of dreading it?
Yes.
Yeah, you see?
Especially after the game, the only thing you hear them say is like, "Wow, how you guys are able to play out here?" Because it's challenging.
So right now it is July 2021, right around at the end. We're potting at a crazy time in your career. It seems as if everything is falling into place in your professional playing career.
I mean, like you said, and it's crazy. It's a good feeling to be able to call myself an MLS player. So just every day I kind of just take them feelings in and just accept it.
In this past month, you had a 90th minute winner for the Switchbacks, a call up in succession to the Rapids, and then your MLS debut. Can you rank these three events based on your excitement levels?
Starting off with making my debut, because that's a feeling that I can never take away. Being able to run out there as a young lad and just, showcasing myself to the fans.
I was looking at the highlights of the game and, just briefly, it had you coming on and you marked literally seconds after you ran onto the pitch with a little yellow card.
Right. That was weird. It was literally less than 10 seconds I heard. Craziest yellow card in the MLS history. Fastest yellow card in the MLS history. It's crazy.
That's probably true. Wow.
All right. To be honest, it's just a way of my game. I play with aggressiveness to either win the ball or if not win, make sure that neither the ball or the player come past me, It's just playing style of mine.
So your 2021 season by numbers, you have 110 minutes played USL, 1 goal and 1 yellow card, 3 minutes MLS, and 1 yellow card. So we just got to that yellow card incident. Let's talk about the last gasp winner, 90th minute versus Austin Bold.
The 90 minutes against Austin Bold, the day before that, I had a great training session. At training, one of the guys came up to me and said, when you get a chance to strike the ball and just be relaxed and strike it like you do when you first started playing and just enjoy it. You never know what can happen if you do that.
Pre-game is definitely one of those bigger routines. When you walk into the stadium, either home or away, have you begun to sort of narrow down your path, what you do? Do you kind of look around, take in the environment, chill out, or are you blasting music, just fully zoned in?
That's a good question. So, I'm a dude that I kind of like to do my own thing. I listen to a few of my favorite rappers, Feature, Lil Durk, and this other guy named Young Mel.
Mm-hmm.
So I sort of just put both of my AirPods in and just get tuned in for an opportunity to just show myself again.
The other day, a few weeks ago, I was volunteering for the Philadelphia Union. So I got to see the Columbus team walk in, and Nagby and Zarda just walk by me. Like these guys I've seen in US men's team shirt. Yasi is there right now. But they're just like locked in, AirPods on, looking straight ahead, just completely zoned in. They're next to me, but they're in their complete own world.
When I first made my MLS debut, it was a bunch of guys during warm up wanted to take pictures with me. I kind of find it weird. I wanted to actually go, but then I realized I'm no longer a regular dude anymore. Yeah. In the locker room, that probably could be a fine. You just being, just walking away and going to take pictures with the fans. So
before you went out to the championship on loan, you spent 2 or so months with Rapids, but I think you are training with them like kind of semi-regularly at this moment too, correct?
Right. Yeah.
What's been the step up like going from the championship to that MLS locker room?
You're there to improve on basic details that you think you already know, but you don't really know, because a lot of the players just assume to know it all. But once they get put out there, then they choke under the pressure. So it's got to keep working because I know that there's always going to be an opportunity for me to go back.
How do you experience from the social side of it? You're going from a group of guys that you I guess at this point you're more closer to, right back into the Rapids mix where maybe you're not as close to all these guys.
I was actually talking to my teammate about that, how hard that is. It's quite hard, dude. It's hard to take it all in, especially if your goal is to become a regular. You could be a little bit of in your head, trying to just do too much sometimes. I think what I have been doing to help me with that is just to beat myself, even though the environment still change is a big difference. Just don't forget to be who you are.
This team features players like the Rapids does, at least Cole Bassett, Sam Vines, Count Acosta, and of course, former Union man, Austin Trusty. Fun fact, his girlfriend was in a few of my classes over the last year or so at my university. So got that.
That's cool. Dude, that's
second connection, right? Small world. Have you begun to, I guess, get to know some of these guys?
From the social sense, these guys are actually cool people in person. I play RB2, which was a bunch of young lads, young boys, Coming into the first team, it was a big step. I hit a brick wall where I needed help. I needed someone to kind of show me. And that was Trusty. He helped me out to get back into just myself and know that this game could flip on you at any moment.
You did make the move from Rapids to Red Bulls to Rapids. What prompted that move?
To be honest, just let my agent do the work, because I like to play with my feet, not my mouth. He did the deal for me pretty much. I wasn't really involved.
Red Bull 2, of course, were the team that gave you your professional debut in the USL Championship, which is a day you'll never forget. 16 years, 1 month and 5 days is how old you were on that day. At that age, I was stressing about AP Gov and sitting bench for JV soccer. But you yourself, you made your debut in the USL. Recap that day for us.
Back to that day, which was July 17, 2020.
I love it. You know the date. I love it.
And it's quite odd, too, because I made my MLS debut on July 17, 2021.
Oh, wow.
Dude, literally a year after. Back to that day, July 17th. It was a moment that, I literally manifested, just always wanting that moment.
So I had Kenny Hott on the show a few weeks ago, and we actually talked through that lovely goal versus Atlanta. So that cheeky chip ball and then that volleyed finish. Walk us through that play.
Kenny Hott I know that kid since PDA, kind of and we also went on trial together. I don't know if he told you, to AS Roma. We were roommates. We have a pretty good, a relationship, a bond. So, and like I said, it was a great ball from him, to chip it, and that one time volleyed it towards the right, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
What do you think's better, the ball or the finish?
The ball, because the ball set me up for a finish, especially in the professional game. Like when your journalist is running, nothing is perfect, but then you end up making a difference, So Kenny Hott was able to put a difference into the game.
You mentioned AS Roma there, so can you speak more on that experience?
Yes, 2017, we went there, had a great tryout. I'm pretty sure both of us did really well, but as you know, we don't have a European passport yet, and sometimes it's quite hard for them to figure a way to have us, stay. That's one thing I love about it. The food was excellent.
Into the U.S. men's national team, Your US resume has you at, I believe, 3 caps each for under 17s and 16s. When was your first interaction with US soccer?
I was a PDA player then. And I think my first camp was at Chula Vista when they called like 32 players with the O3s. And that's when I got to meet sort of like guys like Caden Clark, Dante Seeley, Pepe Ricardo, who is actually doing well.
All right, so let's get into teammate truths now. A segment where I'll name a player and you say what immediately comes to mind for them. All right, off the top, let's start with Cole Bassett.
Cole Bassett, hardworking, never gives up.
How about Kobe Henry?
Kobe Henry, oh, that guy's funny. I love that dude. And an exciting dude, when you see him, he just bound to make you laugh or just like chuckle a little bit.
Caden Clark.
Caden Clark, oh, dude. Great baller, works really hard. Off the pitch, he liked to play Warzone a lot.
Okay, yeah.
And he liked to go out for ice cream at night.
All right, let's go to Kellen Acosta.
Kellen Acosta, the guy's a veteran, dude. This guy works tremendously hard. He liked to help the young lads a lot.
How about Dante Seeley?
Dante Seeley, very skillful on the ball. I love that. This guy's tricky, hard to defend, good at 1v1 on the ball. Decision making perfect. Off the pitch, he liked to listen to music. I hope so. Because when we were kind of like, I went to his room for a few hours. All he does is just listen to music and just chill and vibe.
Let's go to Darren Yappy.
Darren Yappy, oh, that kid is a good player. Off the field, he's quiet a lot. He don't talk unless he knows you. On the pitch, great 9. Good holding play. He liked to hold the ball.
And now, of course, Kenny Hott.
Kenny Hott, oh man, that's my guy. Kenny Hott is a great player, good midfielder. Funny guy off the pitch,
Daniel Edelman.
That kid works so hard. Sorry.
I have to cut that.
Daniel Edelman is a hard-working player. He always motivates me to do more. He's small, but he just never gives up. And off the field, he's just an entertaining dude.
Sam Vines.
Sam Vine, very composed on the ball.
And Zach Booth.
Zach Booth, good player. He actually scored a goal, I think, when we were in England, if I'm not mistaken.
And final one, Tony Leon.
Tony Leon, oh my, that's my guy. And I hope everything is going well with them at LAFC. Good defender, hardworking, patience when defending. He knows when to step. Off the field, he's just funny,
When you're not on the pitch, what kind of normal teen things are you doing?
I like to play FIFA, and still I play Fortnite sometimes. And besides that, I just like to read articles sometimes about players.
Who you're playing games with? Is it some of the guys that you play with?
I play with Trusty sometimes.
Cool.
And this other guy, Eunice, on the Rapids. He's injured right now. He's a good player. So good on Call of Duty. I don't know how, but he's just good.
What's the banter like in the voice chats?
I don't know if you know Lawless. Our defender on the Rapids. Oh my, yeah, hilarious. He's just he's never around. He's just doing his own thing.
Throughout your life so far, whether it's been off the pitch or on the pitch, do you have a favorite memory of the game of football?
It could be old, but my favorite memory was when Mbappe helped France win the World Cup. He destroyed Argentina. Just couldn't believe it.
Let's get one more question to round out the podcast, Yaya. So right now it is July 2021. What's a goal that you hope to achieve in a year's time for when you look back in July of 2022?
A goal that I hope to achieve in a year is to become a regular in the team of Colorado Rapids, or somehow breaking already by a year from now and just do well so I can be sold, But going to focus what's in front of me as of now.
I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to your career getting on. And maybe if it be July 17th, 2023, your debut for Dortmund or Ajax or somewhat over there, Roma. Yeah, thanks so much for your time. Been a pleasure. And thanks for coming on.
Thank you for having me, and I appreciate it.